Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Allie, and do you know what yesterday was? It was American Horror Story time. Let's recap. So, we last left off on this Edward Mordred guy. So this week's episode was part 2 of that. And in this episode, or the continuation of this part 1, part 2, he continues going around the FreakShow tents and is hearing everybody's sorrow and shame and worse things and whatever to try to find the one to come join his troop of dead ones. And my first thing when he kept doing that, I literally tweeted this, and this is my first thing, and it was like, Edward Mordred, please take Dell. Thank you. Because I don't like Dell. As we all know in the previous videos, when he was introduced and stuff like that, do not like Dell. So, bye-bye. Okay. He gets to Jessica Lange, or Elsa Mars, and we hear her story and we get the backstory of how she lost her legs. First of all, she freaking slayed in them boots. Get it, Jessica? She be looking hot, freaking on top of that shit. Like, I'm Elsa Mars. I can rock your world. Bada bing, bada boom. So there was that. And it made me feel really sad on how she lost her legs, because that's not something you would expect. I know I didn't really expect for these people to do that and do it for some kind of like film thing. Like, that was whack, and I'm really sad that that's how she lost her legs. And it also made me feel really sad when the other freaks that were with Edward like had to hold her down and like take away her legs. That made me feel like she was getting like sexually assaulted or something. It just made me feel really sad because she was like, no. So there was that. Oh, but before that, before he actually goes to just Elsa Mars, he goes to the other two freaks. Her real name is Rose, and then I can't remember the other guy, but I know he's all tattooed. So I'm glad he didn't take either one of those, because I really like them as well, just as much as I like Meep, and I'm really sad that they took Meep. Oh, and Pepper and the boy Pepper, I don't know his name. I'm just going to refer to him as Boy Pepper. I'm glad that he didn't take them either. So that's that. Although, it made me laugh, like, back on the Elsa Mars when he's talking to her, it made me laugh when he was like, he had said something about her, it's like, it's not that you left me speechless with your performance, but it just, you have me to where you're so ignorant or something. I was like, oh, burn. That was a big old burn. Edward isn't even from this time, and he burning her. So there's that. And then there's a continuation of Jimmy and is her name like Esmeralda, the fortune teller? Whatever. I don't care. I don't really like Emma Roberts all that much. There's a continuation of them trying to get back to Homeland with the freaks, and they run out of gas, so they have to hide in the woods, and they come across freaking Twisty and Dandy. Holy freaking cow. Did not see any of that coming. Seriously thought that one girl was going to get away, but of course Twisty got her. And then when they're putting on the show, I didn't think that they were going to connect them to where Twisty was going to like attack Jimmy and put him in the bus thing. And it made me really sad when we learned about Twisty's backstory on how he came to really be Twisty the Clown, with his mouth being messed up and him wanting to kill people. So, did not expect Twisty's story to be that. And I'm kind of sad that he was only in, like, what is this? Is this like episode 4, right? I'm really sad he was only in 4 episodes. I really thought he was going to last longer, but obviously we have his story, and he was taken to be with Edward, so there's that. And I would just like to point out that if you haven't checked out who the cast is, like who these individual characters are, Twisty is John Carroll Lynch, who he's been in other movies, but when I was getting told who he was, what hit home for me was that he was in the one movie with Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling that's called Stupid Crazy Love, Crazy Stupid Love, sorry, Crazy Stupid Love, he is the babysitter's dad, the one where she like takes those like nude photos and she tries to give them to Steve. He's that dad, and I'm like, whoa, blown away. And ever since then, I wasn't like as scared of Twisty the Clown. So I think you guys should just totally go up and look about that. I'm like looking through my tweets to see if I'm missing anything else. So glad we learned about Twisty's background, and now the stuff that he did, like, it makes sense. Like, it's sad that he had to kill and kidnap, but it totally makes sense of what he did. And but let's talk about how Dandy wants to be this copycat, like taking his mask, and he freaking killed Patti LaBelle. Like, why? I as well thought that Patti LaBelle's character was gonna last longer. Obviously, she didn't, and we'll see how Miss Mott takes how she reacts to her maid person being killed off by her own son. As we can see from next week's preview, she is not very happy. She's yelling and blah blah blah. So we learn about the backstory of Sarah of Elsa Mars's legs. We learn about Twisty. Dandy does something else. I'm so done with him. And sadly, I would just like to put this out there. I love Sarah Paulson. So I love Bet and Dot. And I'm really sad that they were only in this episode for like 0.3 seconds when she could have easily been approached from Edward. I really thought, because after the first episode aired, they showed like they were missing, so I kind of thought Edward was going to take them. But as we see from next week's preview, that they're going to be killed. Okay, you take away my Sarah this episode, and you throw in the hint that you're going to kill her, I'm done. Swear, if Ryan Murphy takes away Bet and Dot, I will no longer watch this season, and I'm done. Sorry, not sorry. Just, I really love Sarah Paulson, and she is a main troop character, and she shouldn't have to die only halfway through. Like, why? Anyways, that was the episode. I was kind of like in and out with it. For some reason, I feel like that was it. Actually, no, there was the ending when all the townspeople came and congratulated Jimmy, and were saying, boobs, no. They were coming to congratulate Jimmy for saving his town, and I really liked that that was thrown in. I was not expecting townspeople to come in and say, like, thank you, you saved our town, blah, 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 blah. But I'm glad they did, and I'm hoping that that helps them financially and brings in more people to their shows. And also, where was Kathy Bates during this episode? And all these other people. Like, why was it only certain people he was going to? Like, where the heck was everybody else at? I don't understand. And what the hell was Dale was asleep, and then he comes out and is like, no, and then Angela Bassett. Like, I mean, they were out at the end, but like, why didn't Edward Mordrake go to them? Like, they were all there. Like, he woke up Rose and the other guy who's all tattooed. Like, I don't understand. Whatever. That was part 2 of Edward Mordrake. This video is way too long. Thank you for sticking around. Like, comment, subscribe if you want. If you're going to comment, tell me what you like, what you didn't like, what you wanted more of, how you felt about Bot or any of the other characters. And I will see you next week. Bye!